Hello! This is going to be video 1 of my subscription reviews, subscription anger, subscription feelings, I don't know, I'm not sure on the name yet. But, I tried making one of these like a week or two ago about that week's subscriptions, and it cut off the sound at like a minute and a half in. It was just silence for like 6 minutes. So hopefully this one is better. We're just going to get right into it then with the new Avengers 27. This is the first issue of this series I picked up, and the reason I did it is because of the Deodato artwork. I'm not sure if that's how to pronounce his name, but I loved him when he did the Thunderbolts runs. Absolutely loved him. I love his artwork. It's just the depth and everything is just phenomenal. And I just started picking this up because I added a few more issues to my subs, and this was one of them because of his artwork. And it wasn't a bad issue. I mean, although I liked the artwork, the story was good too. Hope has to go to Iron Fist's Kung Fu camp. Kung Fu camp. Sounds like a good place to be. But she has to find out what she's destined for, and what's like, if the Phoenix Force is going to be for her or what. And she finds out she's supposed to get trained by the Spider. Just Spider-Man there on the cover. And when he comes, they're both kind of mad about it. Neither of them really understand it, because, you know, Spider-Man says she's already been trained by Wolverine, Cable, Cyclops. You know, how's he gonna do anything? And then she says, well, while you're figuring out what the gig is, I'm gonna go figure out what I have to do with my life. And then that's when he says the golden line: with great power comes great responsibility. And then, obviously, that led into him explaining what that meant, and she got real involved then, and the last panel was her chasing after him after he said all this speech, saying, you know, teach me more, whatnot. Good issue. I'll definitely keep getting it. I mean, not only for the Deodato artwork now, though, just because it was good, and I'd like to read more of these. Punisher number 12. Phenomenal cover here. Love this cover. Usually a lot of the dark scenes don't have as much detail as this does. This has a lot of detail in this dark cover. I like this cover a lot. The issue itself was kind of Nothing really happened in the story, nothing fantastic, but there was a wonderful fight scene in the rain. And normally when fight scenes in the rains are done, I'm not a fan. There's something missing from it for me, but this blew my mind. Between the rain and the blood flying, it was unbelievable. I really enjoyed it. It was like 3 pages. It was a 3-page fight scene, no dialogue, but it was great. I really studied each page and loved it. Nothing bad to say about this book, but the only good thing is about that fight scene and the cover. Fables 118. Been a Fables Been a Fables fan for a while. Subconsciously probably trying to get all the back issues, but, you know, not really consciously doing it. Just when I see them, I seem to buy them. This is the part 5, I believe, of the Babes in Toyland. Cubs in Toyland? Has to be it's Babes in Toyland. And this is the last issue got a little more sinister, and then this issue really started to show what they were about there. In Toyland, the toys start telling her that the reason they're there is because they killed their owners and everything, and the only reason kids come to here is to die, and that she's gonna die, and it's pretty crazy. And there's a scene where a beat up old teddy bear is fighting a tiger with a monocle. Where else are you gonna see that other than Fables? Nowhere. That's one of the reasons I love Fables. The second story of this is Revolution in Oz, and they put a price on the guy's head of 2 lollipops because they don't have big money to make an offer on his head, to put on his head, so they want to insult him, so they put a little offer on his head. It's pretty good. 2 lollipops as a bounty sounds like pretty cheap, but I don't know. When you live in Oz, you never know what's worth anything. He was pretty mad about it, though. It was laughable. That little sub-story, the Oz, always makes me laugh at the end of these. And I like this cover, too. It's starting to look more like the Fables cover. The past couple haven't really looked like Fables covers. This one does. Wolverine 308. Getting closer to the return of Sabretooth. Super pumped on that. Cover depicts Wolverine like ripping through a brain, which after reading the book I discover is his own. Because he's like fighting these monsters that were made from the brain that the doctor pulled out of his nostrils. Pretty weird issue. But then he goes, after he's done and everything, and he kills the doctor, and he goes back to the school and realizes that a lot of his memories are gone. Like, he doesn't really recognize some people, he doesn't know some things that are going on. And that's because he was basically ripping apart his own brain with those monsters when he was tearing them apart. So, I mean, I'm excited to see where this goes, especially when Sabretooth comes back, because if that's a memory he lost, it's going to be a pretty weird thing. I like this, though. I'm a big fan of this Wolverine, especially with Sabretooth coming back. I had to jump on it. This was actually back-ordered for me. I don't understand why. Like, you'd think that Deathstroke isn't selling out, especially with Liefeld as the artist. Now, I'm not an uber fan of Liefeld's art, but I don't think it's as bad as a lot of people say. I mean, I like it, I do, and he was kind of, invented Deadpool, so I have to like him on that front. But him doing Lobo works. It does, it really does work. I'm not a huge Lobo fan. He's a dick in this issue. Nothing really happens in this issue. Deathstroke goes to, Lobo's home base and searches for clues and whatnot and finds out that Lobo's ultimate goal is to destroy the planet. And then, final panel of the issue, Lobo finds the ship that he needs to destroy everything. Pumped for number 11, AVX round 6. Apart from many people I see on here, I enjoy the AVX series. I'm excited to see what they're doing. There's some crazy things going on. I can't wait to see what they do at the end. But this issue has some great panels where the Phoenix 5 are out, just helping the world. Colossus is creating crops, and Namor's making huge trenches for drinkable water, and then there's a scene where it's a 4-panel, 2-page scene where they're just destroying all the military equipment of the world, and it was gorgeous. I was blown away. I was captivated. I couldn't get off that page. I probably spent 5 minutes looking at that page. It was just unbelievable. I'm excited to see what they do. I really am. The Phoenix 5, I'm not sure if I'm sold on it yet, because, when you get those all-powerful beings, it's a little hard to do things, and that seems what they're pointing at, is that they're, kind of all-powerful. But, excited. AVX, it was good. Blue Beetle 10. Just started jumping on this because I read some of the descriptions of upcoming issues, and I suspected something was going to happen. And it did happen at the end of this issue, which was Booster Gold came to the issue. Because, the review, or the preview said that somebody was going to help him. I figured it had to be Booster Gold. And I'm a big Booster Gold fan. You don't hear people say that a lot. I really enjoy Booster Gold. But he comes in the last panel, and at the bottom, how it always says something, it says, Blue Beetle and Booster Gold together again for the first time. New 52, obviously. And I love his cover. I think his cover's awesome. And I liked the issue all around, too. There was nothing bad about this issue. And I can't wait till the next one, Booster Gold. Daredevil 14, great cover with Dr. Doom in the back there. Issue starts out with Daredevil in the, locked up where he got teleported to in Latveria. And then he gets, gassed, almost. Gassed like a curd. Wow, that's bad. I apologize for that. But he gets gassed with this gas, and it doesn't seem to affect him right away, but then he's trying to escape through the issue, and he's running, but his senses keep deteriorating, and he just keeps getting slower and worse. And then at the end, he tries to make a jump over a fence, and he thinks he's free, but he's actually caught, but he has, no senses anymore, so he doesn't know that. So, pumped to see 15. I'm into the series. I like the series a lot. Pick of the week, right here, Dark Avengers, 176. I think this issue was written for, personally, me. I loved this issue. This is the greatest thing I've read in a long time. It's the same cover as 175, but it has Moonstone coming through there with this mysterious character here, which actually turns out to be Dr. Doom, one of my favorite characters. Man-Thing comes back to life here. He's been gestating and evolving in the basement of the Thunderbolt Tower, which has been traveling back through time. And they get to, the beginning of existence. And he births himself out of the thing, and it's actually him who's been carrying them back through time, so he could be birthed. And when he appears, he talks. Man-Thing talks. Man-Thing returns, and he talks. Man-Thing is one of my favorite characters, and he talked. It was awesome. And they did it well, too. He didn't sound weird. He's talking a language where everybody hears them the way they think they should hear him. So it's really awesome. And I find nothing wrong with this cover, or with this book. Haven't read anything this great in a long time, and I'm thoroughly enjoying this issue. I recommend this series to anybody right now, because right now is the perfect time to get into it. And I would never regret it. And if you regret it and I recommended you, I apologize deeply. But either way, that is my pick of the week, and this is going to end the video. I think it's the longest one yet. I hope you've paid attention. Actually, I don't care if you paid attention. I hope you've maybe enjoyed it and maybe made it this far. Probably not. But if you have, kudos. Congratulations. But that'll be it for this video, and remember, have a great day.